Hello, hello, beautiful people. My name is Noa Lakshmi, and I'm here to elevate humanity for a better world. Thank you so much for joining me, and especially if it's the first time that you are finding my videos here on the YouTubes. I love to do astrology and to use astrology as a tool, as a helpful tool that can assist us in navigating this crazy experience that we call life. So thank you again for being here. And if you are interested to know more about who I am and my work on the world, please go to my website, noalakshmi.com. I offer soul signature readings, which are astrology readings, and also I do deep and profound transformational work with individuals, helping people to upgrade their entire life and reality and take their life to the next level. So if you are interested, my website, noalakshmi.com, I would love to hear from you. Yes, so let's dive into this week's happenings. And I'm recording this on Monday. Today is Monday, December 19th. Is that correct? Yes, December 19th. Sunny, beautiful day here in Southern California. And astrologically also, lots is going on this ordinary Monday. So the big one that is always very talked about is Mercury just went retrograde a few hours ago, actually, kind of like last night. So we woke up this morning to a Mercury retrograde. And I always like to all the stories about Mercury retrograde, I like to dispel all the myths, because Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing whatsoever, and it really depends on the individual, of course, and everybody gets impacted differently each cycle of Mercury retrograde. But just on a bigger picture here, Mercury retrograde is a time for us to slow down. It may be a time to reevaluate a few things, to rethink about a few things. But really, I see it as slowing down. And for some people, it's so damn hard. So if you are under that category, those of you that is really hard for you to slow down, maybe take this as an opportunity. Now, it's very interesting that this Mercury retrograde is happening during the holiday season. And for many of you that are running around getting ready for the holidays and presents and whatever is going on for you, this can be quite of a challenge, but nevertheless, I want to invite you to that challenge of actually slowing down and taking your time with the details, because that's when Mercury retrograde can get a little chaotic for people, or communication is unclear, or there's breakdown in communication. That might happen. That's just what happens during this period, but it's also an invitation for us to slow down, maybe not to be so quick to speak, not to be so quick to sign the contract, but take your time with your thoughts, take your time with your words, take your time with the details, basically. Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo, so we want to pay attention to both of those signs and what they really represent also as it relates to Mercury. But let's talk about the sign that Mercury is in, which is Capricorn, right? And Mercury is going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. It's going to go a little bit into Sagittarius, and then it will go direct January 8th. So with Capricorn, Mercury moving in Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn, those are the structures of your life, Capricorn. And when Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, it's the structures of your life that you want to pay attention to. Maybe a few structures or some structures that you want to reevaluate. How do you proceed? How do you move forward? The mental structures also, because that's what Mercury in Capricorn is, the mental structures. What kind of mental structures that are up for reevaluation and rethinking some things, maybe rethinking some decisions. That's another thing with Mercury retrograde is, we've been moving through so much and making some decisions, some of them hard decisions. And this period of Mercury retrograde might be a time for you to rethink few decisions. It might be when you actually decide to change course from a decision that you made a few weeks ago, a few months ago, or at the beginning of the year, and now we're approaching the end of the year, and you're realizing, I'm actually gonna revise. That's why Mercury retrograde, just put RE in front of everything, rethink, redo, reevaluate, revise. So that's the Mercury retrograde period that we are entering. So I want to encourage you again, slow down, pay attention to details as much as you can. Don't rush, just don't rush right now, and be okay if things need to change in your life. If decisions need to change, be okay with that. It's okay to change our minds. So make sure you're not closed off to that possibility. All right. So Mercury went retrograde, big, and now same day today, Mars went into a new sign. So Mars stays in one sign for about a month and a half. Mars just entered the sign of Pisces. So it's always, however you want to relate to it, fun, chaotic, crazy. Everybody has a different experience. But when two personal planets shift gears in the same day, it always causes a little bit of, ripples for some of you. So Mars went into a new sign, and man, there's so many different ways that we can interpret Mars in Pisces. It's not the strongest place for Mars to be. Now, Mars is our action taking, it's our drive, it's our passion, it's our desires, it's the masculine energy, it's go. And Pisces is like, let's chill, let's just, smoke a joint, and, well, maybe not that, but just, Pisces is the mystical, it's the poetic, it's the compassionate, it's unconditional love. Mars is war. Mars is the warrior. So how do we look at that? It's the compassionate warrior. Mars going into Pisces. I want to encourage you. This is how I see it. Even though Mars is not the happiest in Pisces, you might not feel the biggest drive in your life right now, to move forward and to do, which is okay because it's time to slow down anyway. So great. Another encouragement to slow down and not force anything. But also I want to encourage you with Mars and Pisces is to find more compassion for yourself right now. Compassionate actions towards yourself, not just others. Others for sure, but towards yourself. Compassionate warrior, like I said earlier. We need more of that. Like the love warriors. I see myself as a love warrior. We still act, we still stand for something, but it's the peaceful warrior. It's going about what we want to accomplish, what we want to achieve, our goals, going about it in a more compassionate way, in a way that is more connected to spirit. That's what Pisces is all about. It's not just action, go, but we've got to allow something that is bigger than what the eye can see. You can call it God, and I'm not saying God from a religious point of view. God to me is everything, is spirit. It's what orchestrates this entire reality. And Mars in Pisces is connecting spirit to our actions, and to really, you don't have to force things. Mars in Pisces is like, you just don't have to just like do and go. Mars is going to go into Aries, in a month and a half, and then go for it like that. But right now it's more like, don't push so hard. Don't push so hard. I would say the biggest message that I have for you this week is slow down. Don't push so hard. allow spirit to take care of you. If you are one of those warriors that just go all the time, and find more compassion for yourself, find more compassion for others, find more compassion for the world, find more unconditional love. Connect your actions to spirit. Don't make those two separate things. You know, it's like, oh, I go to church, or I go to whatever it is that you go and pray, but then your actions in the world are, you know, completely different. Combine the two. You know, be godly. Be God-like with everything that you do, not just when you sit to meditate, not just when you go to take yoga, not just when you go to church, but make life your church, make life your meditation cushion, make life your yoga class. That's what Mars in Pisces is for me, is walk the earth, walk your life in the same way that you do your yoga practice, or you sit and meditate, or when you interact with little children, or when you pray, when you're in that compassionate, loving space. Can you bring that into your life, into your every single action? Man, is that a task. And man, do I want to invite you to say yes to this task. And we've got to slow down in order to do that. We can't be on the pressing the gas mode right now if you want to do that. It has to come from slowing down, from just relaxing more, and allow that spaciousness in your life. Maybe you do need to connect to spirit a little bit more, and in whatever way that you relate to that, connect to God a little bit more, and let that direct your actions, let that direct your desires. Really, what do you really desire? Mars in Pisces is like this desire to merge with God, with the universe, and to find the unconditional love, and to find the compassion that Jesus talked about. You know, it's almost like Mars in Pisces is like Christ consciousness to some degree, you know. And can you translate your actions, every single action, in that way? That's an invitation for you with this week's update. So yeah, those two things happening today, big, shifting gears here a little bit. The sun is going to move into the sign of Capricorn on the 21st, so in a couple of days on Wednesday, and we're celebrating the solstice, winter solstice, which it's a big thing. You know, that's really if we want to talk about what is the New Year's, and if you're really following the cycles of nature, the solstices and the equinoxes are the big events that break the year into quarters. So the summer solstice, this winter solstice is going to be the darkest day of the year, and it's a great time to go within. And with Mercury in retrograde, this is such a phenomenal lineup happening, you know, an invitation from the universe to really go in and give yourself more love and compassion. You know, if you review the year that you had, whatever got done and what didn't get done, find the compassion for yourself, find the love and the compassion for others, forgiveness. Mars in Pisces, forgiveness, forgive yourself, forgive others. And then, you know, with Saturn still in Sagittarius, and we've got Saturn and the planet Uranus in trine, which is phenomenal right now. So when you're reviewing your year and looking at the year ahead during the summer solstice, when we are shifting gears and going into Capricorn and going into this winter time, looking into your year ahead, and you're setting your goals also. Uranus and Saturn in this trine is like, let your goals be motivated by your own individual authentic expression. Uranus is in the sign of Aries right now, and Saturn is in the sign of Sagittarius. We're looking at a fire trine, which is so amazing, moving us forward and into this year, into this new year with this fire. So use this fire wisely. And again, setting your goals, setting your structures, setting your foundations according to your own individuality, according to your freedom. Structures do not mean that you don't have freedom. That just means that you're putting structure and foundation so you can be free within that structure and that foundation. But I want to invite you to not trap yourself in those structures that take away your freedom. If it's jobs, if it's belief systems, if it's relationships, society just want to put us in all kind of structures that take our freedom away. So with Saturn trining Uranus in the sign of Aries, it's like your future Sagittarius, your future, your horizons, new horizons, your expansion, your growth. Let that move you into your freedom of expression, and let your freedom of expression and your own individual expression to move you into your new horizons, to move you into the new structures that you are building for yourself that are in accordance to your own you and not nobody else. And I always say that, and I'm going to keep saying that because it's very important. So this time, the next few weeks leading into the end of the year and into the beginning of next year, look into yourself and ask yourself those questions and be brave to change the things that need to change in your life. And more than anything else, most importantly, forgive. Like I said, forgive yourself and others. Yes, we make mistakes, and yes, we pick ourselves back up and we move forward. And that's the most important thing. Thank you so much. That is my message for you for this week. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for being who you are. Again, if you are interested to know more about myself and my work, go to my website, noalakshmi.com, for astrology readings and deep, profound transformational work. I'll be launching 40 Days to Self-Mastery again this March, which is an amazing program if you really want to dive deep and take your life to the next level. So check the link down below, shoot me an email, fill the application form if you're interested, and we'll talk more about that. Until then, sending you so much love, so much light. Happy solstice. Stay beautiful. Stay awesome. I'll see you next time. Sat Nam.